Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So today I actually wanted to do a quick little video on a myth that I hear quite often, which is, do the runner and chaser at some point on the twin flame journey actually switch roles? Now, if this is something you've heard, you might be curious, is it true, not true? Because I often hear things like, at some point the chaser will become the runner and the runner becomes the chaser. And so I wanted to do this video to kind of address that, just to make sure that you are clear on what really happens and you're not really sitting around waiting for that reversal to take place. So let me start off by saying that no, the twins do not at some point on their journey switch those roles. The runner does not become the chaser and the chaser does not become the runner. The idea of this, I think, actually comes from that concept that when the chaser actually retracts their energy from the outside going within, what we do see is that the runner will become curious about the connection. So it's not that they all of a sudden become the chaser, but they do come around to see what is actually happening with the chaser. And really why this is happening is because as the chaser starts to retract that energy going within, now the runner actually gets a moment to actually breathe. They can no longer feel that overwhelming sense of presence or that push energy that was coming to them from the chaser in the dynamic. And so that gives them an opportunity to actually crave that connection, be curious about it, and come looking for it. Here's the quick warning with this misconception and what you really want to pay attention to. If you are the chaser in the connection that finally understands this journey, you will start to take all that mental push energy. Instead of sending it toward your twin, you will try and retract that, and you will use it to be more in self-love, be, in meditation, and on your own personal healing journey, whether that be, waiting for Kundalini to rise, but just meditating so you can tap into those higher states of consciousness. Now, let's say you're doing that. You see that the runner now starts to come around and is trying to get your attention, whether it may be through social media, maybe they're texting you. Here's what you want to be careful of, because the second you start to go back into that chaser energy again, guess what? The runner will run once again. So what you want to do is put an end to that and really avoid that communication. Now, here's a couple reasons why this is happening. The first is that you both have not healed on this journey, and the union between two twins really cannot come together unless the twins have healed. So if you are still on your healing journey, then the runner can come around, looking for you and your attention. But the second you give into that and you start chasing that connection again, once again, you will have that runner and chaser dynamic activated again, and union is going to be nowhere close. So really what you're trying to do here is reach those higher states of consciousness. You want to transcend the mind. And as you do that and you're on your healing journey, stepping into your purpose, a lot of things have to really happen before union can take place. Then you are able to magnetize your twin back in for union. So you want to be really careful of making sure that you are not perpetuating the same looping cycles again and again with your twin. Any mental activity is something that you want to stay away from in terms of pushing that towards your twin. Now, in case you're wondering, how will I know when it's time and they come seeking? Well, look at your journey. I've done a video on the 4 key signs that you're getting closer to union. you want to pay attention to those. So, healing has taken place, Kundalini has taken place, you've transcended the mind. So all of these are really good signs that you are getting closer to union. And if you are not there, if you are still seeking that love on the outside and you haven't been able to find it within, that's a really good indicator that it is not yet time for you to come into union. And therefore, you really should not give, the runner coming around seeking your attention too much attention. Because if you do that, that cycle of runner and chaser dynamic will start again. And unfortunately, it's a very frustrating time when you do that. So you have to look at those signs and make sure that you're not giving into that outer union too much attention and really focusing on the inside instead. So I really hope this was helpful in understanding where that, role reversal sort of a comment comes from, because it's very popular out on the social media community, and really it does not hold any really weight. The roles of the two twins do not reverse. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope this was helpful. God bless.